Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to A Better World with Adrienne. Thank you for tuning in to the podcast. I'm really grateful to be with you here today. I'm really grateful to be stewarding and channeling on the astrology of summer 2025 and really get some key insights in the energy, what's going on, what it means for you, how to leverage it, what does it mean for building a better world, a world we're proud of. So, yeah, thank you for pressing play. Thank you for being part of this community and welcome to the space. So, before we get into the episode fully, a couple things going on in case you want to jump in, to join, to transform, to get in my world, to become my client and go really, really deep with me right now. So, my next New Earth activation retreat is in Mount Shasta this September. It is September 18th through the 21st. It's aligned with the fall equinox and the eclipse portal. It's going to be absolutely, absolutely incredible. The first retreat in Sedona was life-changing. Deliberate quantum leap in 4 days, shamanic healing, land activation, grid work with the land, breath work, astrology, eating like kings and queens with my amazing chef that I already hired for Mount Shasta. You know, people walking away with clarity on their destiny path, with just someone said it was top 5 spiritual awakenings in their life. Oh my gosh, it's 333 as I said that. Like it's a retreat, it's healing, it's also you get activated into your next layer of your destiny, which is the whole point of you being here. The whole point of this life and everything we're doing here with the podcast is in the service of that. So if you're interested in coming to Mount Shasta, it's on early bird pricing until the summer solstice, until June 21st. So you're going to save thousands of dollars signing up now. You're going to lock in that early bird rate and you're going to make sure you get a spot because there are only 11 spots left as of today. And it's literally 3 months away. So plenty of time to plan, plenty of time to book, and book now, apply now if you want to come, because like I said, I can't guarantee a spot. The spots are going to fill. And if you want to get the early bird rate, definitely book now. So the link to that application is in the show notes. I'm also taking on one premium high touch one-on-one mentorship client. So this is for you if you want to go deep with me for a whole year. This is luxury. This is for the elite mystic who is extremely ambitious and wants to collapse time in making your dream real on repeat for the next year with me as your high proximity mentor. So if you are interested in that, the application will be in the show notes. And I can't wait to receive all the applications to welcome the correct people into the Mount Shasta New Earth activation and whoever this unicorn is that's going to do one-on-one with me. So without further ado, let's get into today's episode. So, the summer 2025 astrology. I'm in a major season of travel right now. I'm in a major season of maverick. I'm in a major season of just really being called to different land, saying yes to life. Like life is hugging me. I'm hugging life back. I'm living my ideal lifestyle that I've been manifesting for some time. And so my altars have gotten a little more simple. And I like that because simplicity really is the key to longevity, to results that you can replicate and repeat. And it is the key to the ancient codes that we came here to reharmonize the planet with. So today on the altar, I have an unscented white candle burning. The altar is how we say thank you in advance. The spirit is how we set the stage for the miracles, that the breakthroughs, the downloads that get to occur through this space. I also have a citrine crystal that I was guided to after my retreat that I went on. So May 2025 was a month that I will never ever 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 forget, where literally everything changed. I led my first New Earth activation retreat in Sedona. I went on a retreat for myself. I, just took a leap into some in-person one-on-one client work. I took a leap into some soul family connection that, was just these unexpected, like amazing miracles and more travel. And I got guided to this citrine after my retreat, and it just represents this new beginning of prosperity and abundance and joy. And so that is on the altar as well. Just calling in abundance. And if you're watching this on YouTube, like this is the most amazing, amazing crystal. Like I am so obsessed with it. The final piece of the altar is our 3 deep breaths together. So no matter where you're tuning in from, we're taking 3 deep breaths together, creating the vortex, connecting our minds, bodies, spirits. So whether you are walking, driving, jogging, dancing, sitting, inhale through your nose, exhale out the mouth, in through the nose, out the mouth, in through the nose, out the mouth. Fully aligned, fully here, fully present with our minds, bodies, and spirits. Blink open your eyes if you had them shut. And let's get into the summer 2025 astrology. So why does astrology matter? Why is it important? What does it mean? What does it mean for New Earth? Like why should you care about astrology? Like there's a lot of people saying all kinds of things about astrology. I actually saw someone post something the other day that was straight up not correct. It was someone who's not an astrologer, clearly was not studied, and they were speaking about the energy of Saturn and Aries. And a big part of me I got bothered by it. I was like, this is why people think astrology is bullshit, because there's these charlatans out here saying things that aren't true, giving us a bad name, right? And so what is astrology? Why does it matter? Why is it going to help you click into your destiny quicker, faster? Why does it matter for building a better world? Well, it's an ancient code. So for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, people have built their crops and their creations around astrology. People have used the stars to navigate. Before we had clocks and 3D time, we were living by the stars. And astrology is the study of divine timing. Astrology truly is the study of divine timing. So the reason why it works and the reason why it matters is because you can study the rhythms of the universe and click into them with more precision, with more leverage, with more power. It's like knowing the weather. The way I describe it as an astrologer, so my combination, a lot of my work and my shamanic work goes through the lens of using the body as a portal in deep alignment with the astrology to manifest with precision and divine timing. Like that's what we do. That's who we be. That's how I've made results in my life. That's how I've helped my clients accelerate their results. And there's 2 kinds of astrology that are present, right? There's transit astrology. Transit astrology is like the weather pattern. It's like, on the day of this recording, Venus, the planet of love, beauty, art, and money, she just entered Taurus. Yeah, Taurus. She's exalted here. She's more powerful here. Okay. She's like in her queen throne here. So from now until July, the first week of July 2025 is actually one of the most fertile abundance portals of the whole entire year, because Venus is most powerful in Taurus. So knowing that, you can be like, oh, wow, like I'm going to make really powerful investments right now. I'm going to really focus on money right now. I'm going to really focus on luxury. I'm going to focus on love. I'm going to focus on making my life an art piece. I'm going to focus on beauty, like I'm going to adorn my temple. All of these things, it's leveraging that transit, right? Now, the other kind of astrology is natal chart astrology. This is what I do with, so my membership, by the way, if you love this episode and you're like receiving these codes and you're learning the astrology, you want to learn astrology with me more, you want to code it in with breath work, I drop an audio Monday through Friday, every single week, Monday through Friday, I drop an audio into a private Telegram in my membership where I channel on the astrology, the energy, what it means. I fuse astrology with high performance, okay? We talk about the oracle, intuition. It's earth angels from all over the world that are getting these downloads. So, if you love this podcast and you want to be deeply studying and leveraging the astrology with earth angels from all over the world on the daily, join Angel Air. The link to that is in the show notes. It's super chill, 222 per month. You can bounce if it's not for you. Um, Honestly, I think like if you're here to build new earth, you can't afford not to know the astrology because then you're living against divine timing. This very 3D Monday through Friday, quote unquote 40-hour quote unquote work week. It's like that's not ancient. That's all human construct, right? If you really want to co-create with creator and spirit and source, knowing the astrology is vital. There's a reason why all ancient kings and queens had astrologers like advising them. Astrologers were seen as the intellectual elite. It's only in the recent past slash present where astrology got demonized. Why? Because the patriarchy saw how powerful it was. And so what do? They demonize things that are powerful to keep people disempowered. So astrology, so many different ways you can access it. There's transit astrology. There's your natal chart astrology. This is what I do. In Angel Air, I teach a lot of transit astrology. It's the weather. Natal charts, like if I were to sit down with you, like me with my one-on-one clients, and I'm like, okay, here's what's going on in your chart. Here's your soul blueprint. Here's what your soul chose for these different expressions. They're all different portals to your highest self. Okay. And they were being activated by the transits specifically at certain times. So, for example, for me right now, with the example I'm using, Venus just entered Taurus. Okay. I'm Venus ruled. I'm a Taurus rising. Venus is the most important planet for me. Venus also entering Taurus means Venus, the planet of love, beauty, art, and money, is hitting the cells of my body right now. This is a very quote unquote lucky transit for me. Not lucky, it's a very abundant transit, and I'm going to leverage it. I'm going to leverage that shit. Okay. So, natal chart is your soul's blueprint, it's unique to you. Natal astrology, transit astrology is what's going on in the world. So, this episode is a bit of transit astrology because I really felt, I did at the beginning of 2025. And something I love about the podcast, I really do seek to make most of my podcasts timeless. I want them to be things that you could come back to again and again and again. And even this podcast, like, let's say you listen to it in 2027 or you listen to it in like 2029, like you get to come back to this and be like, and use it as study of life. Because something I teach all of my students and clients, it's like you've got to be studying the astrology forward and back. Like when I do readings for people, I'm like, you've got to study it forward. And then afterwards, I want you looking back at what actually happened, because that's when you start to notice patterns in your life. That's when you start to notice patterns in the collective. And then you can be like, oh, this is like the frequency of, when Mercury does this thing, then that's the frequency. That's how it kind of shows up. So when you're planning in the future, you can be like, oh, like this is kind of like the essence of what this is. So I know what to expect moving forward. Okay. So you've got to be studying forward and back. So no matter when you're receiving this episode, if you're receiving it at the beginning of 2025, of summer 2025, when I drop it, or you're receiving it later and you're like a couple years in the future and you're basically you're listening to this and you're going to be studying what happened in summer 2025. Be like, oh, these are the downloads. This is what actually happened. This is how it played out in my life. This is how I leveraged it for greatness. Oh, this is how I got my ass kicked by this. I'm going to make sure I have awareness and move with awareness in the future, because things are cyclical. You start to, astrology is a relationship. A lot of people, it's a way of life. It's an ecosystem for life. It's a lens of life. A lot of people come to astrology with this like taker extraction energy, and they're like, just tell me what to do. I just want to get what I want. And it's like, yo, this is a portal to the divine that demands respect, that demands reverence, that demands right relationship. What is right relationship? It's honor, it's respect, it's love. It's like, I'm going to be in lifelong relationship with this. I'm not just coming for the quick hit. People want to booty call spirit, booty call the stars. And it's like, I'm like upset about my life and I just want what I want and like give it to me now. And it's like, that's not how it works. You've got to study and be in right relationship and notice the patterns and then learn how to work with them correctly. By the way, creator watches you all day, every day. And it's like, if you're someone who is only in that taker energy and you're just in it for the quick hit, not for the long-term blessings, that's very obvious. And that's why you don't have what you want yet in your life. This is also why we don't have the world we're proud of quite yet. Because people in general, the masses are in this instant gratification matrix of mediocrity, when New Earth is, we're in it for the limitless long-term blessings of excellence that will break your brain and what's possible for you, because creator wants to give you everything and more. Creator has dreams earmarked for you that your small human brain couldn't even dream up for yourself yet. Like, for real. And all of this stuff can be accessed through things like astrology. So astrology is like, hey, this is like the cosmic waves right now that we're catching. So I'm going to go into the summer 2025 astrology. This is the energy of what to expect. This is how to move with it, how to shake with it, how to groove with it, how to create with it. I'm going to share a little bit on not so much predictions. I just have like general feelings and knowings. And yeah, 2025 is the year of change. Everybody keeps saying 2025 is a special year. It's an auspicious year. And it really, really is, because every single major planet is changing signs in this year. That's extremely, extremely rare. It's extremely, extremely potent. So, like it or not, whether people are creating with it consciously or not, everything is changing in 2025. And it'll either change on your terms and ways that you desire, or it'll change. And it's really time to play offense. All right. A lot of people are contracted and they're experiencing these big changes in contraction. That's not the game of New Earth. New Earth is offense. I'm playing offense, okay? And this is the thing, is like, we're studying so we can play offense. We're getting the lay of the land for what's going on. So as we arrive at the beginning of summer 2025, like, some of the most chaotic, intense astrology is actually behind us for 2025. Now, what happened, especially in March 2025, is that the calibration of the energy on our planet completely changed in that eclipse season. And what used to feel like quick time is now slow time. Like I was just teaching this week with my clients. I'm like, yeah, the energy we used to move in 1 week, we're now doing in 1 day. That's just how everything changed. Everything shifted, you know, it's it's huge. And so we had that, we had March, we had April, very, very intense. May was kind of like the grounding. We had the Uranus Kazemi, which was when I led the Sedona New Earth Activation Retreat. And that was insane, earth-shattering change, like sudden, shocking change in the sign of Taurus. And the revolution of love truly started. Like, what's a revolution? It's when you radically do things differently. You say no to the status quo and you radically do things differently. I really experienced that as the revolution of love truly began. The revolution of abundance truly began. And so now we're in June and we have a few major, this podcast is just going to be from June to September. Okay. I'm not going to go into every single transit because if I did, I would be sitting here for a 3-hour podcast. If you want to learn deep with me, hire me, join Angel Air. This is more an overview of the energy for what to expect this summer and how to create with it for building a better world. All right. Because it's just going to get more and more intense on our planet. It really is, especially as we ratchet up to 2027. So being really anchored in these codes is really, really, really important. And it's so amazing because I love astrology so much. I've been studying astrology so much, and my deep work in studying and living Kabbalah and like becoming a Kabbalist basically has just quantum leaped everything with the astrology. Like like tenfold, like 10x, 20x, like insane results. So I'm excited for things to keep going. So let's get into it. I'm going to take a drink of water. Okay, June. We start June. Saturn has just entered Aries. That was one of the major shifts of 2025. So Saturn, the planet of restriction, boundary, limitation, obstacles, the stern teacher of the zodiac, he shifted from Pisces to Aries. Pisces was very much like bringing boundaries to the boundarylessness. It was a kick in the ass for all the floaty mystics. It's like what long-term vision, planning, discipline structures must you build for the dream to come alive? Now with Saturn entering Aries, Aries is bold action, bold moves, like quick decisions, the spark, like we're going. Saturn is discipline. You've got to be disciplined about bold moves. You've got to be disciplined about action. You've got to be disciplined about leadership, that fiery spark leadership. Saturn rewards hard work. Saturn is the long term. It's not about the quick hit. So Aries can be very quick hit, like I want to win and I want to win right now energy, because it starts the whole zodiac. So Saturn is about longevity, and it's like you must be taking bold action consistently long term to be rewarded by Saturn the next 3 years. So from 2025 to 2028, we have Saturn entering Aries. So it is in Aries. So it was a huge shift. That was the end of May. And yeah, it was massive. At the same time, there was the huge Mercury Kazemi. I was in a retreat at the time, and it was like, oh yeah, everything changed again. Everything changed again, and I'm here for it, and I'm excited. And let's go. Let's go. So let's go. Also, it's going to take a long time because it's Saturn. All right. Saturn's like, hey, kid, you got a dream? Show me the blueprint. Do the work. Saturn is like, you don't deserve your dream. Why do you think you should get your dream on day one? That's some child's play. That's Saturn. So we open June with that. And the beginning of June is really, really, really powerful because Jupiter is entering Cancer. Again, another major planet is shifting. Jupiter, the planet of luck, abundance, expansion, and opportunity, is shifting into Cancer. Jupiter is the most powerful in Cancer. Jupiter is coming home in Cancer. So every planet has certain signs where it's exalted. That means it's the most powerful. Like I was saying at the beginning of the episode, when Venus is in Taurus, she's the most powerful. That's why, that transit is like, you don't want to miss that to leverage making more money, making more beauty, expanding into love. Like, it's really, really, really important astrology. You can like find your soulmate and get super rich in that energy. With Jupiter entering Cancer, this is a year-long transit where luck, abundance, expansion, and opportunity for the whole collective. Jupiter, I call the Oprah of the zodiac. So Jupiter's like, you get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car. Here's the thing about the Oprah of the zodiac, though. She only gives people cars that buy the ticket. So if you want to access Jupiter, you've got to buy the ticket. Did you buy the ticket? Are you just sitting there expecting Jupiter to give you luck, abundance, expansion, and opportunity? No, you've got to buy the ticket. You've got to be out here creating. Jupiter in Cancer, Cancer rules the breasts and the womb. It's all about home. It's all about safety. It's all about the mother's milk. Okay, it's the crab. It's the shoreline. It's about boundaries. If you don't have boundaries, you will not access abundance the next year. Seriously, you will not. The other thing about Jupiter is Jupiter expands everything it touches. So it's going to expand the good, the bad, and the ugly. So if you have issues with feeling safe, it's going to expand that because in Cancer, Cancer is all about safety. So Jupiter in Cancer, it's an immensely powerful transit. Jupiter was just in Gemini for a year, which was powerful and not it was kind of like in detriment. It's like, Jupiter and Gemini, we can do some stuff, but not that much. Jupiter in Cancer is extremely fertile, extremely abundant. And it's the abundance that lasts. Okay. Jupiter and Gemini can be very quick. It's like, ooh, I had a really high cash month and now I had a really low cash month. And Jupiter in Cancer is like, boo, I got you. We got this monthly recurring revenue. We got a fat stack over here. Like, we got good food. We've got all the blankets at the house. Like Cancer's that like luxury. Cancer is like rich, but you don't know how much money they have because they're protecting it. That's Jupiter in Cancer. So June just starts out with this beautiful, abundant energy. And it's like, it's time to expand. It's time to expand in your ability to feel safe. Remember, you are the one that creates your own safety. We have some squares in the middle of Jupiter that are going to make it a little bit ouchy, that are going to make it a little bit intense. We have the Mars-Uranus square, and then we have Jupiter squaring Saturn and Neptune, which is going to be very, very intense mid-month in June. So things are going to come back from the past mid-June for us to relook at, especially with the Mars-Uranus square. Mars is the planet of war, action, aggression, and passion. War is the theme. Right now we have Chiron and Aries. We're at a point in New Earth, and this happened in Atlantis, this happened in Lemuria, where we're either going to spiral up. It keeps getting more refined, the souls that are truly going to ascend and truly spiral up relentlessly. And then people are just kind of spiraling out and spiraling down into chaos. And the thing about these energies in the astrology is that people play them out whether they realize it or not. So people are playing out the unhealed elements of these energies and these transits all the time. So there's going to be some ouchy world news, I would say mid-month. There's a square between the planet of war and the planet of revolution and shock and upheaval. Is revolution on the cosmic menu? Yes. Is war on the cosmic menu? Yes. Is love and abundance on the cosmic menu? Yes. Is a diamond a rock that did well under pressure? Yes. What is all of this? Pressure. We're being called to become diamonds. Okay, Jupiter entered Cancer, and Jupiter's like, oh yeah, I can give you diamonds. And then the Mars Uranus square, and then the Jupiter Saturn square is like, yeah, you got to do some shit before you get those diamonds. You got to earn it. I'm going to buff you. It's like resistance at the gym. A square's a building block. It's like sexual tension. Like I make this reference a lot with my clients, but it's like the universe is not making dreams with a flaccid energy. You know, you've got to have, like, I once said, like, famously or infamously, I was like, let it be hard. Let it fuck you into the person you came here to be. Okay. That's what a square is. That's what a harsh aspect in astrology is. It's like, let it be hard. It's supposed to be hard. It's like lifting the weight at the gym. It's like, this is hard and it's making me strong. It's like if you're making babies, you can't make babies with a flaccid penis. You literally cannot. Like it doesn't work, right? It's just like science. The same thing with astrology. So any harsh aspects, it's like, you know, let it be hard. Get to work, boo. Let it shape you into who you came here to be. So that's June. It's like this a beautiful, basically June is we start and end with incredible like abundance codes, because the end of June is there's an amazing Jupiter Cazimi that's conjunct a new moon. It's an amazing, and it's honestly an incredible auspicious new beginning of abundance. Like fertile abundance. And then the middle of the month is like, oh, a little bit of ouch, man. So that's June. We have the solstice, summer fully arrives. Then in July, we have so if I were to describe June, it's like abundance unlocking and then tests. It's like a whole new level of abundance portal gets opened, and then it's like, and here are these tests. Here are these tests. Here are these challenges. Here are these obstacles. When you pass the test, you can click into this brand new beginning at the end of June. Now in July, we have the next, honestly, this is Jupiter changes signs every year. In July, Uranus, the planet of shock, upheaval, change, and revolution, is going to change signs, which is way more rare. Okay. Uranus changes signs every 7 years. Every 7 years, Uranus changes signs. Okay. This is not just like any other Uranus shift. Okay. Uranus is moving from Taurus into Gemini. Okay. So the Uranus Cazimi in Taurus in March, when I scheduled and leveraged that at the New Earth Activation Retreat in Sedona, that was the last one in 7 years of that energy. Okay. So if you have major Taurus placements, which a lot of my high touch clients actually do have a lot of major Taurus placements, I'm a Taurus rising. This is something started back in 2018 where there was a complete upheaval, shock, change in your life. 2017, 2018, when Uranus entered Taurus. Okay. And now that chapter is coming to a close. Okay. And Uranus is going to enter Gemini. It's a different frequency. Okay. Gemini is multiple truths at once. It's immutable air. It's quick. It's the mind space. It's curiosity. It's joy. It's play. It's wonder. It's the internet. It's technology. It's messaging. Okay. Uranus in Gemini, the thing that you must know about it, it's happening on July 7th. It is the United States Uranus return. What does that mean? So every year on your birthday, you have a solar return, and that means that the sun comes back to the exact place it was the moment you were born, the moment you took your first breath on this planet, okay? every single thing in life has a chart, by the way. So like the first, like, let's say you go on a first date with somebody, like that's the chart of the relationship. That's the seed level of the relationship. Your relationship has an astrology chart. I have the astrology chart of my businesses. I'm like, oh, the moment I pressed like publish on my website, like that's the seed level. Like, and you get to decide what it is. Uranus entering Gemini is Uranus is going back to where it was when the United States was formed. Okay. Uranus is the planet of shock, upheaval, change, and revolution. America was founded on revolution. America was like, okay, fuck the system. Like all of this is wrong. We want to be free. And it's so interesting that this like freedom and liberation are different. Okay. Freedom I've seen as people seek freedom outside themselves as a box to be checked. People have given their power away to things like the government, healthcare, you know, just groupthink, all of these things. And now we're in another season of revolution. Okay. It's a big deal, the United States Uranus return. So the next 7 years from 2025 to 2033, it's a major season of revolution. Similar patterns. It's the exact same astrology as when the United States was formed, the American Revolution, the Haitian Revolution, and the French Revolution. Okay. This is why I say revolution is written in the stars. It's not my opinion. It's energy. Okay. And the thing is, history repeats itself, and there are clues. So we're entering a whole new phase of shock, upheaval, and change, like shocking change. Like for me, when Uranus entered Taurus, it was like immediately I knew like I was shifting my career, and I moved out I thought I was going to marry this person, and I just like moved out. It was just like over. And it was before, I'm such a different person now, but it's like, wow, that was only 7 years ago. Feels like lifetimes ago. And that's the amount of like change and revolution that has happened, like for me personally, because I'm a Taurus rising. It's happened in the whole world, the financial system. Taurus rules money, wealth, worth, the body, the food system, all of the supply chain is like very Uranus and Taurus. So Uranus and Gemini, there's going to be shock, upheaval, change, and revolution, especially in communication. You think that there's been fake news up till this point. Our discernment level is going to need to accelerate, because there's going to be just like a lot of shocking things happening, and happening a lot quicker. Uranus and Taurus is a fixed sign. Gemini is a mutable sign. Gemini is quick anyways. Taurus is very like stable and can be stuck and stubborn. So the shocks we're not as like quick to hit. It's going to be a lot quicker with Uranus and Gemini. So that's the big thing happening in July. I would say that like if you look at the overarch of the summer, and when I say summer, I'm really feeling into like the solstice to the equinox, because, we operate in divine timing here. Like, am I talking about the Gregorian months? Yes. Is that the end all be all? No. Is it a helpful way for our brain to organize time and for us to like get shit done? Yes. But like June, the biggest things, okay, Jupiter enters Cancer. We've got some gnarly squares. July, Uranus enters Gemini. Okay. And then to be honest, July, I would say is not a super stable month, because then we have Mercury retrograde in Leo, which is bringing back more things from the past that have been historically related to key moments that Donald Trump has done, things that have brought chaos into the world. And I'm not going to go full into, talking about politics is not productive. It's a huge distraction from what we're here to do. What I love doing though is studying people and seeing how the energies play out and seeing how they are examples of the energies and how we can notice patterns in that and kind of like call a shot in advance to be prepared. So there's going to be a Mercury retrograde in Leo that's going to be very linked to a lot of the things that have been exposed the past, I'd say 2 years especially. And then we're going to have Mars, the planet of war, action, and aggression, coming up to meet the South Node in Virgo. The South Node is the karmic point of purge for 2 years. It's in Virgo. It's a sign of health and wellness. This is why I've said many times I would be shocked if there was not another pandemic between 2025 and 2027 because the south node of karmic purge, a release point, is in the sign of health and wellness. That means the health and wellness of the collective is being drained out energetically. This is why honestly, I think there's going to be huge disruptions in the healthcare system more than we even think. And I really believe that your biggest job, it's always your biggest job, and I teach this in Holy Habits. By the way, if you're interested in joining the next round of the Holy Habits Hive Mind, I am starting that in September. Email me. You can place a deposit now. There's only going to be 8 spots. I'm really, really transitioning my work to like what's going to be sustainable and nourishing for me and my clients, and like things like this podcast and my courses and everything, like they scale. I can reach a lot of people, with one move. My mentorship is really top down. I'm working with leaders and I'm working with like just high proximity, high touch, intimate spaces. So the Holy Habits Hive Mind is the next round's going to be in the fall. It's going to be 8 people max because to maintain the potency. But with the South Node in Virgo and holy habits, Virgo is health and wellness, habits, daily ritual, daily routine. I'm a creature of habit. I receive feedback lately. They're like, yeah, I've met people that have that, but like not as extreme as you. And I'm like, yeah, I know I'm extreme. I actually take that as a compliment. Like moderation to me is a recipe for disaster, to be honest. It's like you either do it or you're not, right? So for example, today on the day that I'm recording this, like I had this chocolate. It's called Honey Mamas. Um, I ate all of it because I was like, oh yeah, I'm having chocolate. I'm eating all of it. And then, the next however many days, week or whatever, like I'm just probably not going to have chocolate. And that's the way that I operate really, really well. But a little bit of a tangent here. The South Node in Virgo is all about health and wellness. You are the asset. Your health and wellness is the most important thing. A healthy person has a million dreams. A sick person has one, to be healthy. So with the South Node in Virgo and in July, Mars, the planet of uh, war and action and aggression, is just going to come and irritate that. It's already a draining cauldron, draining out the health and wellness. You've got to be doubling down on health. Like you've got to be doing your supplements, doing your workouts, like doing way more hydration, like because if you think about it, like you need more input. You need to be filling your cup more because the cup's just being drained for 2 years in health and wellness. So that's why I feel there's going to be something with health and wellness in the collective. I don't know exactly what it will be, but July is a bit angsty. Okay. July is angsty, July is unstable. Here's the thing, certain like when things are uncertain, it's the realm of miracles, right? And we just get to be aware of that. And with Uranus is all about breaking down to break through, breaking free. That's what it is. It's like if something is like stuck and it has a bunch of gunk on it or like is sticky, you like shake it to get it loose. That's what Uranus is. And then Uranus and Gemini is like rattling the whole collective in like the song of revolution to shake shit up so we can break free. Okay. So it's an amazing time where it's like sometimes it's all about how you think it. If you think instability is bad, then it's going to be bad and you're going to have a bad time. If you're like, wow, anything's possible, the structures are shattering. I'm going to build my own structures. I mean, this is why I'm doing Maverick, my June immersion. The doors to that are closed now. Just be on my email list if you want to know about the things I do. I obviously announce them here as well. It's an instability where you can break free. That's what July is. It's also a major agitation to the South Node in Virgo. So it's gonna, if there's any time, like you don't need to be out here partying and like the people in my community, you all are New Earth stewards and leaders. One of the biggest things I see with that and that I help my clients with is like you've got to stay in your body. Like you've got to out of the mind and into the body. Like if your body's not healthy, you automatically are not living your potential. You automatically are not, living your destiny path. And so there's going to be this like agitation energy that's going to come up on the South Node in Virgo in July, and it's going to be wildly confronting. It's going to be easy to get sick, like physically sick. So that's July. Moving on to August, which, spoiler alert, August is my birthday month. Okay. It's basically the whole month is a holiday. um, I am so someone that just celebrates life every single day, all day. Like, if I make a difference and I laugh my ass off and I make myself proud every single day, I am going to die happy, and like laughter is prayer. Celebration is prayer, right? One of my mantras for life is celebration leads, success follows. So August, you can expect me to just be in holiday the whole month. I'm going to be in Greece in August. I literally am so excited. So August, we're really moving toward the whole summer. Basically, it's this overarching like looming energy basically of the Saturn Neptune conjunction in Aries. Okay, so Saturn, the planet of limitation, restriction, boundary, and obstacles, and Neptune, the dream, the mystic, the subconscious realm. They're like flirting with each other. They're getting closer and closer and closer and closer all summer in Aries. Okay, Neptune just switched into Aries this spring. Saturn just switched into Aries this spring. So they're like flirting with each other. They both moved into Aries. Aries is hot to the touch. It's quick. It's fiery. It's bold leadership. It's passion. It's action. It's drive. Okay, they're going to be flirting with each other. And then there's going to be a Mars opposition with Libra, which is going to bring like back in 2023, we were in the Libra Aries nodal axis, and that's when all of the things started happening in Gaza. And it was like, okay, South Node in Libra, karmic purge of everything, blocking peace. North Node in Aries, Aries rules war, a surge in war. Okay, we're gonna have some kind of like resurgence of that energy in August, I really feel. And overall, in August, it is this just, it's hot to the touch. That's what it is. August is very hot to the touch. It's hot to the touch because it's like, ooh, it's Leo season. It's fiery, it's spicy, it's sexy, it's literally on fire for life. I once had someone say to me, because I have a lot of Leo in my chart, they're like, something's just on fire over there. What's your astrology? I'm like, oh, yes, that's all my Leo placements. But Leo's fixed fire, it's leadership. And so it's this fire. And then we have the Saturn, Neptune, and Aries, which is also fire. And then we have the Mars opposition between Libra and Aries, which is like cardinal air and cardinal fire, and what happens when you blow air on a fire gets bigger. August is very, very, very fiery, and it's like it's it's some like extreme edges. It's like searing, you know what I mean? It's searing. Saturn is all about restriction and boundary, and Neptune is all about the greatest dream. And it's like they're coming together, and it's this searing, like Saturn's like, this is what's real. These are the boundaries. And Neptune's like, I have no boundaries. And so it's going to be like, what's real? What's not real? What's real? What's not real? And it's going to be very hot and playful. And it's like, AI is going to be crazy. It's going to be like, yeah, I actually don't know what's real. I actually don't know what's real and what's not real. And with it being an Aries, it's going to be so quick. It's going to be so quick, 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 you know? So if I were to summarize August, June, we had this abundance opening up with some tests. July, instability, breaking free, health crisis, question mark. Not crisis, but like purge. August is just intense. It's hot, and it's a searing intensity between the dream and the restrictions required for the dream, right? It's that masculine and that feminine. And both of them are like hot and turned on, and they're like in heat, and they're like, I'm ready, like let's go. Um, and some like murmurings of things that happened starting back in 2023 are going to come back around again. It really feels like. And then, beautiful souls, we enter eclipse season in September. It's September, we have eclipse season. We have a total lunar eclipse. Seasons are times of sudden fated change, sudden endings, sudden new beginnings. I'm doing the Mount Shasta New Earth Retreat both on the fall equinox and at the second eclipse. It's divine timing. And so it's a sudden fated change. It's it's amazing, and it's less of an invitation, when we have the moons every month, it's like, okay, plant your seeds or let go. And it's more of an invitation, Eclipses are not invitations, they're karmic doors where God, spirit, creators like, okay, this thing's, I just got to unplug it and plug it back in. We get unplugged, we get disoriented, everything's black, everything's dark. We get plugged back in, everything's new. Okay, we get clicked into a new timeline, the highest timeline. So September is just straight up like fated change, fated change, and it's unstable. It's electric shocks ripping through the collective. So we have the first one in Pisces, the sign of the mystic, the dreamer, the healer. And then the second one in Virgo. And so there's going to be something that happened. We're going to get kind of like a clue in July when that Mars hits South Node in Virgo. And then at the end of September, we're going to have the actual eclipse there in Virgo, which we got some clues about this energy last fall. That was the last time it was a Pisces Virgo eclipse portal. But there's gonna be a major karmic cosmic clearing in the sign of health and wellness at the end of September. So it will be interesting. But yeah, September is just literally shocking fated change. So that's a bit of the lay. And then we have the equinox, and we transition, and I'm doing my new earth retreat, and it's going to be so powerful. But this is a bit of the lay of the land for summer 2025, what's coming, what to expect, how to move with it, how to shake with it. Um, Now you know the weather, so you can create with it. And of course, this is all hitting your unique astrology really, really specifically. So if you want to take it deeper, that's how you're going to do that. if you want to work with me one-on-one, application in the show notes. Yeah, it's just, this year continues to accelerate at such a rapid clip, and the astrology keeps accelerating at a rapid clip. We have all of these like if just one or two of these things happened in the whole year, that would be significant, right? But it's like in 2025, every month there's like multiple things that I could do like a 2-hour podcast on. So, yeah, summer 2025 is just going to keep heating up, and we're going to be here making a better world together. If you want to go deeper into this work, links to everything are in the show notes. If you love this episode and you want to receive my guidance daily on astrology and all of these things, join Angel Air. It's so fun. We have the time of our lives. They're learning astrology, they're mastering astrology. We do breath work with the astrology. And it really is time for a new earth and a better world to co-create with these ancient codes and co-create with these just these it's divine timing. People are like, "Oh, I'm waiting for the divine timing." I'm like, "Divine timing is obvious when you study." It's obvious when you study. You got to study it. You got to love it. You got to leverage it. You got to learn about it. You got to learn how it impacts you. All of these things are important for what you're creating and how you're going to bring it through with precision moving forward for New Earth. So I'm really excited about this summer. I'm really excited about this time to be alive. We all incarnated here to make huge waves together, and astrology is how we catch the cosmic waves. So I hope this served you. Let me know what stuck out to you. Let me know what you're excited about. Like, you can always email me. You can always message me on Instagram. If you've never written a review for the podcast and you love it, that really helps this get to more people. So I invite you to go do that. And yeah, summer 2025, here we come. Now we know what's written in the stars, and we can make magic with it. I love you so much. I believe in you. I believe in a better world. Go make a stranger smile. You have no idea what people are going through. Be the reason someone believes in life again. Be the miracle in motion. And I will see you next time on A Better World with Adrienne.